What's good everyone, it's Kajani with a crafting leveling guide for Dawntrail. This leveling guide will go over how to level your crafters using collectibles, as well as going over the other leveling options that are available. Let's start with collectibles because they are one of the best ways to level your crafters from 90 to 100 in Dawntrail. Not only are you getting experience, you are also receiving purple scripts that you can use to purchase items like materia or master recipe books. All you'll need to do is craft 25 level 91 collectibles to go from level 90 to level 94. Once you get to at least level 94, you'll be able to turn in level 95 collectibles to the Scrip exchange. Then you'll craft 40 level 95 collectibles, and those will take you all the way from level 94 to level 100. Keep in mind that this doesn't take into consideration the experience that you're getting from crafting or any buffs that you're using along the way, so the number of level 95 collectibles that you'll actually have to turn in will be much less than 40. The numbers provided were determined by looking at the experience tables and then comparing them to the experience provided by tier 3 turn-ins from level 91 and 95 collectibles. With that said, let's take a look at an example of what leveling your crafters in Dawntrail may actually look like. Alright, I'm currently level 93 with my weaver as a result of crafting stuff for my weaver and my other crafters. I have my 25 level 91 collectibles. I can't see level 95 yet. However, let's turn these in and to see where I end up. So let's turn these in, and the trade-in process is really easy. So there's one level, so I'm 94, keep going, and there is another level, 95. And let's keep trading these bad boys in. Oh, I have to stop because I am currently capped on scripts, which may happen to you. So let's switch over to the script exchange and turn in our purple scripts for some materia. Materia is the best sync for purple scripts because you can use them either to meld your own gear or you can just sell them on the market board. Alright, so I'm going to pick up my materia and then we're going to go back to turning in collectibles, and from here I'm going to trade these in and see if I can get another level, which I did. So now we are at level 96, so I went from 93 to 96 just off of 25 collectibles. Due to the amount of crafting I did for my weaver as well as my other jobs, I'm currently at level 97, so I decided 20 collectibles should be enough to get me from 97 to level 100. So let's turn these in and see if I'm right. So that is one level right there, so I'm at 98, and we're going to keep turning them in, and I am now at 99. Let's go, let's go. I have 9 more collectibles left. That should be more than enough to get me, how did that get in there? That should be more than enough to get me to level 100, and there we go, level 100. In the event that you have any leftover collectibles, you can still turn them in exchange for purple scripts. The key takeaway for this crafting leveling guide is that to craft 25 level 91 collectibles to get to level 94 or above. Then from there, the maximum number of level 95 collectibles you'll need to craft to get to level 100 is 40. Doing it this way will also minimize your inventory clutter because several of these recipes use the same crafting materials. It's also low level friendly because most, if not all, the crafting materials can be gathered from the first 3 zones in Dawntrail. In the description of the video, you will find Teamcraft links for the macros as well as gathering lists. To access the crafting macro, click on the blue icon with the XIV in the center. From there, you can copy and paste the crafting macro into your game. For the gathering lists, I have the quantity set for level 91 collectibles at 25, and the quantity for level 95 collectibles is set to 30. I believe with all the crafting that you'll be doing, you shouldn't need more than 55 collectibles in total to level your crafters to level 100, but of course if you do, adjust if necessary. Besides collectibles, there are other ways to level your crafters from 90 to 100 in Dawntrail. The newest being the Waku Meki Meki crafting and gathering role quests. To unlock these new role quests, you must first complete the level 92 main scenario quest feet of pots. For perspective, you'll accept this quest a little bit after you completed the first dungeon and return back to Tuliolal. The Feet of Pots main scenario quest actually brings you right in front of Ropley, who is the quest giver to unlock the Waku Meki Meki role quests. I will cover the crafting section of the Waku Meki Meki role quest in a separate video, however don't pass up on these because the experience is just too good. Besides the new crafting role quests, custom deliveries still provide a boatload of experience. With custom deliveries, look for the client that is providing the bonus because that client will provide you with more experience as well as crafting scripts. Last but not least, we can't forget about Grand Company turn-ins. You still get a lot of experience just for turning in one item, and sometimes Grand Company turn-ins are good for a level or pretty darn close to one. As far as gear, the Artful Afflatus gear set is really all you'll need to use the crafting macros that you're going to find in this video. For the food buff, I am using Sai Tu Vonu Tea. Together, your stats will be as you see on the screen. You can pick up the Artful Afflatus gear set as well as the crafting tools from any Script Exchange vendor under the level 90 crafting gear menu. Alright, now for an example of the level 91 crafting rotation, we're going to start off in the progress phase first with a muscle memory, and then a veneration which will buff our progress actions, and then we're going to use Waste Not 2 to conserve durability, and then I'm going to use groundwork here, and then a careful synthesis, and that's going to bring us one step away from completing the craft. Now it's time to move on to the quality phase, but before we do, because of the job actions we're going to be using to increase quality, I'm going to use Master's Mend to bring durability back to maximum, then use Innovation to buff our quality increasing actions. I am going to be using 4 preparatory touches here in order to increase quality, so that was the main reason for using Master's Mend. Alright, here's the last preparatory touch. I now have 8 stacks of Inner Quiet. I'm going to re-up Innovation and do 1 Prudent touch just to get 9 stacks of Inner Quiet, and that's all we need. So now I'm going to use Great Strides to set up the finisher, Beer God's Blessing, let me see that full bar, and then 1 careful synthesis, and then we are done. Alright, let's go over the rotation that you'll be using for level 95 collectibles. If you haven't guessed it, we're going to start in the progress phase, starting with a muscle memory which buffs progress actions, then a veneration which provides additional buff, then a groundwork. We're going to do something a little different here by using manipulation and then Waste Not 2. Together they're going to help us conserve durability for the remainder of the progress phase as well as carry over into the quality phase. I have one more step of veneration, so I'm going to go ahead and use groundwork here, and that's going to be it for me as far as the progress phase for right now. So now let's go into the quality phase, starting with Innovation, and then I'm going to use Delicate Synthesis, and then that's going to increase progress as well as give me a little bit of quality. Now I'm going to be using 3 preparatory touches in order to increase quality, and with Waste Not and Manipulation active, it's going to help me save durability. So here's the first one, here's the second preparatory touch, and now the third preparatory touch. I'm going to follow that up with a Delicate Synthesis. It's going to increase progress as well as quality, but most importantly, it brings me to 8 stacks of Inner Quiet. I have one more step of Waste Not, so I'm going to use that with Preparatory Touch, and then now I have 10 stacks of Inner Quiet. Time to set up the finisher. So I'm going to use Innovation, then Great Strides, Beer God's Blessing, and then I am good. Let me see that full bar, and then now for a basic synthesis, and then I am done. That's all I got for this crafting leveling guide for Dawntrail. I hope this video helped out. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. There are crafting lists as well as crafting macros in the description of the video. I will catch y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.